This is Roger with Wheel Kinetics in Tucson, Arizona. We're selling this truck as a 2005 Ford F250 Super Duty Super Cab. That's a four-door extra cab. It is a long bed. It is an XLT, which is cloth. Has the FX4 off-road suspension package, which is Rancho suspension installed at the Ford factory. It is also a 6.0 turbo diesel, and it's four-wheel drive. This truck has 91,200 miles on it. It was purchased directly from a new car dealer. They took it in on trade, and when they're over 10 years old or older, or they're over 100,000 miles, they can't resell them on their used car dealerships because they can't use their financing companies. So they sell them all no matter how nice they are. And this one's barely at the 10-year point, and I'm sure they were in pain selling this truck. Anyway, when we get them in, we do a 2-hour inspection. It looks like this. I'm wearing my gloves so that I can touch the oil cap and show you the blow-by aspect of it. And it's real hot outside. And the motor's real hot because we've had it running for a while. Let's see. Got a fuel sending unit. The tailgate cap, the little plastic cap on top of the tailgate's new. And an AC blower resistor. We also repaired the outside of the driver's seat bolster. That's the seat cushion that had a tear in it. I'll tell you also, it has a very impressive Carfax. I'll show you in just a second. Whoever owned it took really good care of it mechanically. I mean, that was getting oil changes and transmission services and everything all the time. So, yeah, he wasn't a huge deal, big stickler on cosmetics. It's a decent looking truck, but he used it, but he sure took care of it mechanically. There's your Rancho suspension. My brother's going to take it out, and he's going to take probably 40 to 60 HD pictures. In the HD pictures, there's a little device that allows you to click on it, and you can zoom in. And basically, it's like having your face a couple inches away from the vehicle. So there's absolutely no reason for any misunderstandings on cosmetics. Please use that tool. This bumper obviously is going to affect the performance of the airbags. If you don't want the airbags if you want them to work every time the way they're supposed to, take that off. Obviously it's going to keep the sensors from getting hit if you wreck. We say that in our ad and print, but when we have them, my brothers begged me to say it on the tape. Obviously that's going to affect things when you get in a wreck. Mostly for the good probably, but you know, you never know. It could be a bad thing. So take it off. It wouldn't be too hard to get off. You'd probably sell it for $300 or $400 if you took it off. Couple little dings. Obviously they use the truck for hauling and whatever, so you could probably just drop a bed liner in there if you wanted to. I wouldn't. It's a truck. Tires are kind of chunky, very chunky. You know, you probably want to get a set of tires, especially if you're going to drive it out of town. If you're going to fly here and drive it home, you might want to get a set of tires. We have a very good relationship with Discount Tire. Go to discounttire.com. They have shops all over town, but go to the one at Prince Road in Oracle. Order your tires online. You won't pay taxes. And we'll have them on before it ships out or before you come to drive it home if you want us to get that done for you. It's about 2 miles away from here. And let's see. Yeah, I think they own a paint company. Which kind of explains why it runs well. I needed it to be dependable, and it is a very well maintained truck mechanically. Alright, I'm gonna fire this truck up. Go under the hood. This will be fun getting the hood open with one hand. 91,173 miles. And that's warm. Zero blow-by. That's a beautiful thing. And we didn't change the oil. So that is a very good thing. There's your Ford stamp there. Your Ford stamp there, where they belong. they're not there, it means they've replaced parts. There's a stamp there. There should be another one right there. That'll tell you that everything's original in the front end of this truck. Hasn't been wrecked up front. When they wreck them, they don't replace them with Ford parts. They're way too expensive. You get the Korean stuff. And it won't say Ford, so that's a good sign. Like I said, it belonged to a paint shop. Alright. As I said, I will run you through the Carfax. Obviously no accident damage here. But this guy was crazy who owned it. All these services. Oil changes and services and more and more and more. 65,000 EGR valve replaced. EGR system checked at 65. Goes all the way up to right about now. It was serviced at 89,900 miles, so you know, just a couple miles ago. We took that in on trade. Someone traded in. They had a lien on it at Federal Credit Union. They paid it off. There's the lien release. It went to let's see, who bought it from them? Larry Miller Dodge bought it, and we bought it from Larry Miller Dodge. So then we have a title in our name. That'll be in the ad. You can click on it, and there's the current title. Okay, there you go. I'd like to give you as much information as we can, so that there's no surprises and you know what you're buying, right? All right, let's see. Window, door lock. More evidence. I would say that if you wanted to spend some extra time, I would drop a bed liner in this truck, get a $15 tube of touch-up paint, and walk around it, and then maybe spend an hour in the interior just doing extra scrubbing and stuff. There's still a little tear here in the seat. We just replaced this piece right here. It was torn right here, which is what they all do. Let's see, what else? Mirrors. Out, in, up, down, other side, out, in, up, down. There you go. All right, power seat back, forward, back, up, down. That works fine. Close this door. Tilt wheel. Yep, that works. Oh, and the air works great. I can tell you that. And we need it to work great because it is freaking hot. Really hot. Let me get a seatbelt on here. Alright, let's see. What do we got going on here? Radio.
And Shannon and Sophie. So he is
up, down.
melody shows here.
Works fine. 6-disc changer. It's up all the way. And it's blowing ice cold air, which is a beautiful thing. Like I said before, it is nice and muggy and hot. It's gonna monsoon tonight. That's tow haul on and off. You can see that. Put it in neutral. Go 4-wheel drive. Low. Drive. That's definitely for low. And reverse. 4 low. Perfect. Alright. And neutral. And 2-wheel drive. And let's go for a ride. Alright. Let's see. Yikes, boy, this is tight. I gotta move these cars back. Holy cow. Yikes. That'd be great. Take the side of this truck off. I think I better move those things the minute I get back, right? Procrastinate, I'm gonna pay for it. Let's see. If you come to Tucson to drive it home, first of all, I would definitely say it needs tires. So, you know, you get those BFG all-terrain tires, a set of those installed on the truck before you get here, or before it ships. You can just add that to the price, or you can actually just buy it from them over the phone. That's how you do it. You give them their credit card. probably $700, $800, somewhere in that area. It's just, I mean, these tires are just too rough to drive, you know, long distances on. I wouldn't do that with my family in the car, or even yourself. What else? Finances of it. If you come to Tucson to drive it home, you're going to pay tax and dock fees. Dock fees are $250. Taxes are 2% city sales tax here in Tucson, plus whatever your state tax rate is. So, if your state tax rate, for example, is 3%, and you come here to drive it home, you're going to pay 5% tax and a $250 dock fee. All right? If you pay by wire and ship, you pay just the agreed upon price, and that's it. You deal with your motor vehicles and taxes and whatever when it shows up to your house. This thing runs great. That gets up and goes. Performance is not an issue. Very well maintained truck. Let's see, what else is there? Deposit is $500. Once we have an agreed upon deal, once we've gone through the back and forth and we agree on a price, there's no point in doing any of that if you're not going to make a deposit and buy the truck. So I really appeal to people. People like to play on the computer. Make a deposit if we accept your offer. If not, it's kind of stupid. We're playing games, all right? And if you take your time making a deposit, there's a very good chance that the truck will be sold before you get around to it. That's been happening more and more frequently lately. So don't let yourself down and assume you've got something. You can wait till you get home to do it. That might not be the case. All right, this is a nice truck. Pack it up right there. Last part of my speech, and I give this speech on every single vehicle, is it's out of warranty, obviously. This truck is out of warranty by miles and years. Basically, if the people who built this truck at Ford, the engineers and the designers, knew what was going to happen to it and knew that they could give it a 250,000 mile, 25-year warranty, they would have. And they would have sold them for a lot more money and made a lot more money, right? Well, they don't know what's going to happen. So, basically what I'm telling you is we do the best we can to represent these trucks, and there is absolutely no way that we can know what's going to happen to it tomorrow or the next day. If we did, we'd be billionaires, we'd be selling these trucks left and right, and it would be you know, the greatest thing ever. We would never buy a bad car, right? There's risk involved in buying this truck. If you don't like risk, please don't buy anything used or you know, from us, especially from us. Don't buy a used toaster, don't buy anything, okay? That's my advice. If you can accept a little bit of risk, this will be a good vehicle for you. But know that if it shows up at your house and something's broken, you're gonna go get it fixed. We're not fixing it, all right? That's part of making a smoke and deal, is that you have to deal with some of the negatives, okay? Anyway, thank you for your time.